Be aware. Be aware that relationships are not run by emotions. Emotions don't run relationship. Emotions glue the relationship. Please don't lie yourself. Because at the end of the day, many of us are dating people we love, people we have feelings for. And then later we discover that these people cannot have the intelligence we need to reach where we want to reach. So the love is there, but the growth is not there. So you find you were growing well before you became an item with someone. Then when you became an item with someone, you started stagnating. You are not going anywhere. I don't know if I'm making sense. You need to know that there are things that they are important in relationship, but they cannot run the relationship. It's, for example, you can love someone. If you don't have finances, you will die hungry. If you don't have providence, you will suffer. So you need to know that emotions don't run a relationship. Empowering. Do you know sometimes you can hear someone say, if it was not my wife, if it was not my husband, I wouldn't be who I am. And you look at this person, he's very rich, very wealthy, they look like respectable people in the society. But you are there, you and your relationship of 10 years or 5 years or 3 years, and you have never known what your partner wants to be in life, what their goals, their dreams. All you do is control them. Tell them, oh, this is what we will become. This is where we are supposed to go. Oh, Lord. Those centuries are over. We need to reach a place where we will empower our people. Empower your partner. Let them have dreams that you can push, you can support. Instead of controlling them, why don't you invest in them and see what they can become? Disagree to agree. I don't know why you avoid to speak out in that relationship. I know you think you will not be misunderstood. You will not be understood. But look at yourself. You are losing your worth because of fear. We need to understand that communication is not a must we agree. But it's a must it is a must we talk. We have a conversation about what runs our relationship. Let's table out our issues. We disagree to agree. To agree doesn't mean their side or my side. To agree means for us to find a common ground. A common ground that will run us. Most of us have fear of disagreeing because they think they will destroy their relationship. But how will you build a relationship if you don't have an input in it? Seek help. I know sometimes it looks shameful. It looks like you will be disrespected, dishonored in the society and all that when you seek help. But let me show you something. Have you ever seen someone with $1 million or some big money that they think they are good in business and they start a business and that business flops? All their money goes away. And then you find someone else who had small money, then looked for help, for advisors here and there, and now they have big businesses. Why? It's because one of them remembered that I cannot do it by my own. There is someone who is blessed in this field. Let me go seek help. Most of you are breaking up because of something that can be helped by therapists, by people who have been there before you, yet you don't want to be seen like you are in need. Let me tell you something. You will destroy something beautiful because of your pride. Guests, I don't care which event you have. I don't care which event I have. But when my house or our house have visitors, they are not your visitors. They are our visitors. Couples, can you learn to do some things together? If I'm hosting, we are hosting. If you are hosting, I am hosting. Am I making myself clear? Help out. And if you are hosting, please communicate early. Don't tell someone the last minute that I have guests, you have to be here. I have a life. I don't get this abrupt thing. Why do you pretend like your partners don't have life? That you can fix them anytime? Prepare someone in advance. And then when you are told in advance, don't give yourself that day is the day that you have business. No, be available for your partner. That is how you will strengthen that thing that you are trying to build. I quit. I know the most easiest route to pass is the exit door. When problems arises, the only thing most of us think is how to end this relationship, because it's the one that is bringing all these problems. But do you know, a relationship, I told you, if you run your relationship like a business, you will realize the more you solve problems, the more the business succeeds. When you come with solution, you succeed. You don't quit because there were problems. You quit because now you are not growing. There's a point I say that you need to leave that relationship if there is no growth, but not because there is problems. And that is our problem, that anytime there is problems in our relationship, the route that we look at mostly, it's the exit door. And later you ask, now because you went away from that relationship, the next problem that will come in your next relationship, how will you solve it yet you don't have experience? What do you if you date someone that doesn't know how to joke? Have you ever dated someone that is so groomy, so serious, that they have no room to joke? They feel it is childish. Your relationship is like a professional career. All you do is business, 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 business. There is no room for happiness, smiling. Yeah, you will suffer. But then it's good, before you understand your partner's personality and character, understand yours. Because if you are like me, who loves dark humor, I cannot date someone who feels offended anytime, because I speak anything anyhow. I'm that different. Then there is someone else who loves dirty jokes. Like they are dirty, you are like, oh, your discipline, morals, control your mouth. So sometimes it's good to understand who you are, so that you can understand the type of person you will accept. Looking out for you. Oh Lord. Do you know sometimes protection looks like you are so insecure? So this is something I have realized. Like, ladies don't love men who tells them what to do, who kinda refuses them to do some things. You know why sometimes we do these things? Because we know men. We are fellow men. There are things you do that gives other men the idea of what you are trying to communicate. And I told you communication is in two ways, verbal and non-verbal. So you might do something thinking because you have not spoken, the man has not understood. There are places when you go, we know very well, there is a probability you will cheat. There is a probability you will get a better, or someone you think is better. Why? And because we are looking out for you. It's not that we are insecure. Punching bag. Why have we turned our relationships to look like a wrestling match, a boxing match? Like we cannot solve things like mature adults. Who told you? I think these tradition setups are so weird. They think you disciplining someone physically, you have instilled discipline into them. Have you ever realized the children that were beaten too much while growing up are the biggest criminals right now? It creates that hardness. You will not show me nothing. Someone who was never beaten is always scared of that fact of doing wrong, because they have had like stories. Now you in your relationship, you are the punching bag, and you still think you are loved, that you are being taught a lesson. Is that person your parent?